guys, welcome back to my channel. And as you can see today we have a guest. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hi guys, my name is Inga. Welcome to her YouTube channel.
Yeah guys, this is my brother, the one I kind of spoke about in my story time. So now you finally see him, and you're probably gonna see him often on the channel. So yeah, there's nothing else you want to say? Nothing?
I'm video shy. So.
Yeah, he doesn't even have socials and stuff, so I can't even promo his socials, guys. I'm sorry. So yeah. So today we're gonna be talking about cancel culture, something that I've never done a sit down talk on my channel. And this was kind of triggered by something that I noticed on Twitter and a little discussion that we had. So yeah, we're gonna be basically breaking that down.
Yeah,
breaking that down today. So yeah, let's get right into it. So, first things first, what is cancel culture? Like, what would you explain?
cancel culture to be.
Yeah.
For me, I would say cancel culture is identifying like the toxic traits and the wrong stuff that people do and saying you don't identify with that, so and you don't want it within your sphere. Not only don't you identify it, but you don't want it anywhere near you. So you cancel the person like, I don't want those energies. We don't vibe with all of yonke lento yenzayo.
Yeah.
It's not something I would vibe with, because you can't say cancel culture is specific to one thing. Some people enable things, some people don't enable them. Some people want stuff, some people don't want stuff. So it's like anything you don't vibe with and you feel like it's toxic enough for you not to want it anywhere close to your environment is
Cancel culture.
part of cancel culture.
It's basically deciding when. Most of the time, it's usually when someone does something wrong. Not always the case, but society usually decides for it. Yeah, not always the case. We'll talk about it. But let me explain it in simple terms for people who literally don't know what cancel culture is. Most of the time, someone does something wrong or something that society doesn't agree with, and then they decide, we're not associating with you, we're not gonna play your music if you're an artist, we're not supporting you at all. We're deciding for
if you're a YouTuber.
Yeah, we're deciding
not
for
subscribing and liking down below.
We were basically just saying we're done with you, and then like unsubscribe if you're a YouTuber, things like that. But I feel like it's necessary, but it's also dangerous.
Okay, I get what you're saying, necessary but dangerous, but my chat is we don't know the criteria for cancel culture. As much as the definition seems like it's criteria enough, like you don't like what they do, you don't identify with what they done, or something like, example, rape, this and this and that. But when does cancel culture say, the thing is, some people need to be taught wrong and right.
Yeah. You're touching on a proper topic.
Some people need to be taught wrong and right. Some people...
But the question is, who do you teach and who do you cancel? And I saw this on a tweet a long time ago. Exactly. But it's important. This is why I feel like cancel culture is tricky. It's dangerous because so many times we decide to cancel someone before we actually give them an opportunity to talk or to give them an opportunity to learn. You know? I think we forget that not everyone comes from the same backgrounds. Not everyone is taught the exact same thing. Some people come from toxic homes and they're taught things ezimbi, you know? And because, I mean, obviously, guys, my mom tells me this and this and this and this and this is right my whole life. Something like that, for example, or like rape apologists, for instance. Some girls who are rape apologists, they're always taught that it's the girl's fault or whatnot. If you're raised in a home like that, when you come out in society, you obviously automatically think, it's her fault, you know?
Yeah.
And I think sometimes it's so important for us to first teach a person, and then maybe when you keep teaching them and they don't want to hear, you can kind of cancel them.
But where's the borderline between teaching and cancelling? Because some stuff, like you said, you can teach, I can't teach. For me, it's just like, done.
But that's why I think it's important to have this chat, because so many times we just decide that we're cancelling people, and the dangerous thing about that is that where are all these cancel people going? They're all going to be together in a little corner and chit-chatting together, and they're all toxic, right?
Yeah.
They're taking all their nasty thoughts and behaviors and like
feeding off one another.
And the dangers, like the part where it's a mess is because these people are gonna have kids and they're gonna teach their kids the exact same thing, and it's a cycle, and those kids are gonna be raised in our kids' society and whatnot, and now we have to keep canceling people instead of. It can really help if we first teach them.
So we break the cycle, and then they don't teach it to their kids, and then now our kids have to cancel their kids, and it becomes a process of canceling the whole way.
But then also, like I said, sometimes it's necessary. You see? Because I think, for instance, rapists, I'm sorry. No. There's no teaching Yannick's. It's done. You knew what you were doing. When you were doing it, you did it. What must I teach you? What must I teach you? The person was screaming.
Okay, let me be honest, ne? I want to cancel rapists.
But
there's no but to it. No, listen, don't do that. You see?
I was already like, hey!
This is the reason why so many people really can't even have an opinion. I look at the same thing that was happening on Twitter. Remember when I told you about it? I'm like, you want to ask a question, but you can't ask a question because you become a rape apologist. Whereas there's something you need clarity of. Like, you just need just a small thing. I'm not questioning what he done to you as a girl, you get me? I'm just asking for tomorrow, example, me and you. You say I raped you today, here. You give out your details and your side of the story. Ne?
I'm automatically believing a me.
Okay, someone comes out and says,
no, I know, but I'm saying I'm believing a hand, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're believing a hand, but then there's just one valid question, like, you know, a loophole in a story. And that loophole is not for you to question what she's saying, it's just for you to get clarity over. Example, he raped me, we were at his house, it was
obviously,
Christmas.
I think obviously there's an obvious detail like a date not matching. We've had that, for instance, on Twitter where some hand said Ubanban had raped her.
That was the list from last September.
Ubanban raped her on the 16th of June, for example, and friends came out and said, Aibo, on the 16th of June,
we were with him and we were at another place.
But there's things that are obvious where it's like, but most of the time in rape stories, guys, there's not enough evidence, and
we're not looking for evidence. That's the thing. It's not looking for evidence. It's just, you see, if that question came from me as a guy, like Kanjani, we were with him, I'm a rape apologist immediately. You get me? Whereas since the question came from a girl first, don't forget that. It came from a girl, and the girl only done it after retweeting another person's comment of, we're all together.
Okay.
So if it came from me immediately on that same day, I would have been labeled as a rape apologist. Whereas my truth is, we left for Cape Town that day. How is it that you say he done that? Whereas I've got pictures and proof that we were in another place. So your time is wrong. If he done it another day, yes, he done it. We can deal with that part. But let me help you get your facts straight.
I think with this one, Inga, maybe because you're a gent, because that's how Twitter low-key works, they maybe would be against you.
That's what I'm saying. It would be against me immediately, and when they're against me immediately, now it takes away from the whole point of finding the truth from what's wrong. And then now you cancel him for being a rapist, you cancel me for being a rape apologist.
Yeah.
And I can't fight back, because when I fight back, hey, they come at you.
Yeah.
Hard.
Which is back
validly so though.
Yeah, which is back to my point of, if we took time to properly listen to people, I think it would really, would I say decrease? It would really help with the whole thing of, it's not just always noise. Like, I feel like a lot of time with cancel culture, right? One was a decider that Ubanman did something wrong, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes people have agendas, guys. Let's not forget that. Hey. Ubanban is wrong.
Don't be banana back home.
Ubanban is wrong, and so Tinina, everyone decides, because two people, or maybe it's popular people even, that's one thing I noticed, that Twitter faves, let's say, if they say something and that person is wrong, then I'm not gonna say who Twitter faves are, then everyone kind of runs with the bandwagon, like everyone just follows, and they don't actually listen or try to find the information of why Banban is wrong and see man, this does not mix with this, or this is not worth cancelling a person. Do you understand? If we take time to listen, if we take time to educate, life will be much easier. And talking about this whole thing of rape apologists, for instance, it's this whole, I wanted to go back to that with the fact that a lot of things I learned very recently, and a lot of things I had to unlearn also as I grew older. I only learned about rape apologists literally, I think, last year when I actually joined Twitter properly. That's when I was like, oh, Kanti, there's a term for this. Or there's these type of people and they categorize into this group of people.
Those who don't find wrong, they might not do it themselves, but it's one of those things of, okay.
I didn't even know there's a name, you know.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Exactly. So that's why I always feel like it's important to educate, because now I know, okay, saying this is definitely wrong. Or saying this associates me with this type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
Which is just my chat. That cancel culture is necessary because I feel like sometimes abanye abantu basile. They're evil, they're nasty, they're conniving, they're abusers. Like, they really do need to be cancelled. Like R. Kelly, I feel like he's the only person who's been successfully cancelled, because at the end of the day, cancel culture is also very selective.
Okay, yeah,
he's the only person that's successfully cancelled, and rightfully so.
Nah,
and not like.
Yeah, he was gonna die in the streets. So. They technically saved his life, though.
Yeah, but that's why I also say cancel culture is selective, because there's too many times, guys, when it's your fave. A lot of people will defend their faves or just decide.
Keep quiet.
I'm
keep
not
it going.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything, and it's like tricky. It's tricky because, for instance, Ronaldo, guys. Ronaldo is a rapist, but all the gents, what do? They stand him hard. They tweet about him. Goat, yabon. Like, even Nicki, for me, is questionable.
If you look at it, most of these people who want to cancel. Okay, the ones we talk about. Guys. The ones we talk about that need to be cancelled are all famous, popular, whatever. We never really talk about the ones who are. The guy from next door, the one whose story, you know, Bapa, he was accused of raping who.
But I think
we never really cancel them. It's always the influential people, let's say.
Yeah, that's why I say cancel culture most of the time is usually with celebs and popular people. Because at the end of the day, how are you going to cancel someone you didn't really know? Do you get me? So that's why most of the time it's with popular people, because I used to support you. Do you understand?
But some of these people I never used to support, I never even used to follow.
At least now it's giving you an opportunity to not.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Some of these things pop up and it's like, I've heard this name somewhere on the timeline, I've seen it here and there, and it's like, okay, cancel that engagement. Don't even go in, don't even step into that conversation, don't even step into that dialogue with that person. Make sure it's known that you're done with it from the get-go. That's cancel culture. Hence I'm saying, why is it that we don't have that to the guy next door?
But don't you, like, I also feel like sometimes you don't have to make noise to cancel someone. Do you understand? Like, why don't you make your own decision, Yukuba? Yabana lo, usi, yabana. Mama, for example, this guy raped ban. Yabana. We're done. Do you understand?
Nah.
Why?
Nah.
Why?
Nah.
Why? Because the thing is, guys, if you're gonna always, no.
What's the use of the list that's always on Twitter about naming and shaming them?
Okay, you can out them, yeah, but if no one knows the person,
then make it known.
Okay.
That's the thing. That's what we're fighting, right?
Okay.
We're fighting the fact that everyone must know that what this person is and what they do.
No problem. I think
if South Africa can go out and get that other thing Americans have,
the rape list is public. Making it public.
Sex offenders list. Tell Ramaphosa to get there and pay it.
Please, because it really will help. That I agree with. Because then a lot of girls don't even know that or the person that they're about to date or the person they are dating is a rapist.
Just go on your phone, go on the website, search the
post their picture, everything.
You'll find them.
Now you'll find them. That's actually like, why is it not public? Although there'll be a lot of names, hey? Hey, a lot.
Not too much though.
Do you know that we're number one? South Africa's number one for rape.
Yeah.
In the world.
But how many are reported?
Yeah. That's true.
How many stick? How many people are actually in jail for rape?
Not a lot, but then is that sex offenders list only for people who are?
You can't accuse me and then just put me on the list without actually at least trying to find me guilty of it.
But Inga, then
I doubt it.
You see, this is where it's going to become tricky because our justice system is nonsense.
But
I report it, and the officers are going to say, "I don't like it." Oh,
but
he's the first time.
You also have to understand the fact that you can't just report it and then they're like, "Oh, what's his name?" Fage listing same time. It's
okay. I guess I agree with that, but then I think before we get to that listing, for it to be that way, we have to fix how the police work.
Now you're asking for too
rapists.
much. Now you're asking for too much.
Nah, I'm not. If we vocal about it, maybe something will happen.
If we vocal about it, something might happen, but hey.
Now we're going off topic.
Cancel culture. We've been going off topic.
No, we're talking about how it's selective.
It is selective. It's always been selective, and I think it's always gonna be selective because there's always a favoritism, and there's always
protectiveness.
I know, yes.
I know him personally, so
and that's not the person I know, and you forget the fact that who you know as your brother and who my friends know as their friend, and
the person's not the same in another environment.
It's not the same person. As much as I would perceive myself to be the same person, but people's perspective of you is never the same.
Yeah. But I think also,
and I don't think it will ever be the same.
With that being said, is that, how do I put it? I've seen a lot of people that were, let's say, have rapey behavior or a rape apologist or whatnot in the past 2 weeks or stuff like that. Yeah. You should also make the decision that, you know what, lomtu ikaka yomtu. Don't associate with them. Don't always follow the crowd. You can make noise, but if the crowd is not listening, when for yourself decide, hori. And I'm done. I think that's also very important because so many times, like South Africa with cancel culture doesn't make sense. Have you seen how many times people are outed for something and that person ends up getting way more followers? Like, make it make sense.
Hey, now,
make it make sense.
Names.
Make it make sense.
I've got a few names. Like.
I've got a few. There's this other Han who did nonsense. And I was like, I was saying it, guys. We're all unfollowing her on Instagram or all this. That Han went from like 261 to 265 followers. I don't even know how. How did he gain 4,000? 4,000 more followers after we tell you are nonsense. And you support
curiosity.
Nonsense.
I think it's curiosity.
It doesn't matter.
What did she do? What did she say? Let's go see. And then you actually go back to that person. And
you can go to the person's page without following them. Now you're making them make money.
And you want to see the next time they go on live and then they start ranting again about how they did not do this and this. You want to be part of the conversation.
You guys need to stop that. Stop it. Stop.
It's curiosity, guys. Zinto. What's that saying? Curiosity killed the cat.
And I'm not saying you following them, not personally, guys. When I see you're following people who are full of nonsense, I unfollow you too. Because you support nonsense. I've unfollowed a lot of people from nonsense. It's personal. Shame. You support nonsense. Bye-bye. Why are you laughing?
I thought that I just keep my comments like.
I unfollow you, Shame. I won't even. I see that hand. When I saw, okay, I have mutuals that are still following her after I was very vocal about what she did not okay. The Tandi Kaka, Sondi Zoni, unfollow each. I did. Oh, Shame, I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay.
And I'm not noisy, but that's why I said you decide for yourself.
Yeah. That's another thing. Sometimes you don't have to let people pull you along, drag you to the fights with you. You don't have to be
evil about it and try to ruin a person's name.
They don't have to drag you to the fights with you. You just need to pick your fight and fight your fight and stand firm in your fight. You stand for. Another thing, you need to stand for what you believe in, man.
Yeah.
You need to stand for what you believe in, but don't forget you can still be wrong in what you believe in.
Projecting is also a problem. That's another thing I've noticed. Projecting is a huge problem. Umtu believes personally this is definitely right. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And they don't want to hear other people's opinions, and now they project their own insecurities and things like that onto other people. It's just and don't fight, guys. There's no need to insult people. There's no need to be rude. Just educate each other. Guys, we need to unlearn certain things. I know I'm still unlearning certain things. We need to teach people other things. Done.
And unlearning is a very hard process, especially like, I mean, you've lived how many years? 21 years of your life.
Exactly.
Knowing things are a certain way. Some stuff you've only known for like 10 years of your life.
And
you
also
know them to be a certain way. Now you have to unlearn all of that.
Exactly. And also the people who taught it to you. Most of the time it's people who are important to you. Their opinions mattered. So you literally thought that was right. And so
Can
when
you cancel family?
Is it successful though? That's maybe you can try. You can decide.
Yeah, you stop coming to gatherings.
I guess come Dala as an adult maybe, but Tina, we depend on these people. We live in their houses. They give us money. They pay for our fees. So it's like
I won't come.
Maybe you can try, but it's not successful.
I'll try until they're like, I am Bulala
And you see, like,
to the next
and that also proves the point that sometimes our family, even guys, our family, maybe some of them are homophobic, you know, some of them are racist or whatnot. It's also important to teach them. Do you cancel your family, or do you teach them first?
I feel like personally, I'm not gonna lie, I would want to teach, and my teachings won't be Pelumoya. Not even all the time. I know Pelumoya. If I had to teach you about being homophobic, I'd literally teach you, even if it means I teach you for the next 5 years. Whereas the truth is, if I had to teach some gent or some hand, wherever, hey, if you don't have if you're not knowledgeable, if you don't want to learn or something, very soon I won't have the patience for you. Whereas if your family, I'm not gonna lie, I'll most probably have patience for you because I've had patience for some of my family members for the longest time.
You see? And the thing is, when they do learn things, it's like, oh, okay. I mean, when was it last week? We had a conversation with our grandmother, and she was teaching us a lot of things about rapey behavior that we didn't realize. Little things of how we describe hands and things like that.
I get that right.
Yeah, and it was like, we argued it, but you literally, your eyes opened to go back. Wow. You know, that is low-key promoting rapey behavior. And if more of us have these conversations and educate each other, if more of us have these conversations and educate each other, it will really, really just go a long way. Yeah, and that's that on cancel culture. Is there anything else you want to say?
My tongue twisted.
You're annoying. Is there anything else you want to say?
On cancel culture? Oh, I don't know what else I can think of right now on this. But the thing is, not naming names and all these things, it just...
But I think we kind of covered
everything. It's a bit harder to cover it all, but I feel like we covered a lot.
Yeah, I think we low-key covered everything.
But yeah, in conclusion, don't be banana backboned. If you stand for something, stand for something. If you're wrong, be knowledgeable, be teachable. Don't be one of those ignorant people who think right is right, wrong is wrong, and you're the only one who knows something.
And if you see someone is saying something wrong, tell them, listen, let me just tell you something. Leo Teta Ngoku is not right. This and this and this and this. But like,
I heard Twitter is having VNs. Is Instagram also having VNs? Is Instagram having VNs?
I don't know.
About VN.
Subatuka, just say to you, listen, I think that this and this, and there's also certain people where they're just silly because those topics where everyone is speaking about the same thing, and the person wants to, and the person just wants to come and they from the get-go. It's necessary goodbye, good night, block. But most of the time, literally just DM the person or respond to them and tell them, listen, A, B, C, and D. If they want to argue with nonsense the whole time, that's when you can decide.
But they must be willing to engage for you to be able to DM and have an interactive conversation. Because most of the time you DM, and then from there, like, the conversation is gone. Maybe not just start swearing me.
And that's the thing. If we can try to educate each other in a respectful manner, it really helps. Because I'm not gonna lie, guys. There's times where I feel like I'm telling someone, like when I was saying men are trash, and then all these gents are gonna come at me. So is your father. So is this, and I'm thinking, so I'm not gonna argue.
Do I look like trash to you?
Yes, you are. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue with me. I mean, with you. It's fine. It's okay. You know. But like, there's no need to be rude.
Yeah, but saying not all men are trash is like a protest to your protest.
We've been telling them this and they don't want to listen. And that's when I low-key also feel like eventually I'm just going to cancel you because we can't keep telling you the same damn thing. Okay? Are we done? I think we're done.
Yeah, tell the gents to do better.
Yeah, do better.
Hey, gents, do better. Tell your fathers, tell your brothers, your friends, your younger brothers. Also teach
call
them
out people.
Yeah,
call out your friends.
Call everyone out, man. Let's just do better as gents.
Protect us properly.
And please stay away from this fake woke thing. It also takes away from the agenda, guys.
True.
Like a rapist is out here busy saying, please guys, let's not rape. Stop that shit. Takes away from the agenda.
With the rapist.
Exactly. And then you wanna be out here posting all these things just because you want followers and tweets and likes and all that stuff. Stop that nonsense. It really takes away from the agenda at hand. And if you've got a brother, sister, if you've got sisters, a mother, cousin, just anyone that you know and love, you'll know how much it means for them that this thing actually goes through. So, you got nonsense in. Peace out. I'm the first.
Bye, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please take this moment to subscribe. Bye.
And comment down below.
Thank you.